Hello everyone, welcome to Mandarin Point. It's Umar bin Hussain. After a very short break, once again we're going to study the next 10 words of HSK 1 vocabulary, followed by a brilliant exercise. I'm very hopeful that you will enjoy this lesson 10 and you will be able to solve the exercise at the end of this lesson. Let's start our today's lesson. Xiexie, xiexie, thank you, xiexie. As usual, let's break down this character. On left side of it, it is xie, which means thank. On the right side, it's once again this xie, thank. So let's break down this further. On left side of it, we have this yan, which is actually radical for speaking. And this one on right side is actually shi, which means shoot or eject or emit. This one can further be divided. On left side of it, it is shen, which means body, shen, shanti. And on right side we have this son, which means inch or small. Both of these characters are simple enough to directly derive from basic strokes. We are not going to do that because you can do it by yourself. So this xie is composed of this son, shen, and this radical for speaking. So this xie, which means thank you. Bukeqi, 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 you're welcome. Xiexie means thank you and bukeqi means you're welcome. Let's break down this bukeqi. Bukeqi is actually composed of this bu, which means no, and this ke, which means guest or visitor, and this is qi, which means steam or air. This bu is very simple to derive it from basic strokes, and this one is ke, it can be derived further. At the top of it, it is actually mian, which means roof, and this one is composed of ge, which means each, ge. So you can get the idea of pronunciation of this ke from this ge, and this ge can further be decomposed. It is actually composed of this zhi, which means to go, and this one is kao, means mouth. So ge along with this mian is going to give us ke, which means visitor or guest, and this qi is again very simple and it can be directly derived from basic strokes. Zaijian, goodbye, zaijian, see you later. Let's decompose them. On left side we have this ze, which means again or twice. This one is jian, which means to see. So see you again, see you twice. So this ze can further be decomposed. At the top of it, it is actually very simple, e, which means one, and the bottom side it is ren, third tone, which means weak or tender. And this ren can further be decomposed. It is composed of actually this tu, which means soil or earth, and this jiong, which means wider box. So this ze is composed of this e, means one at the top, and the bottom one is actually ren, which means weak or tender. This jian is composed of this jiong, means wide, the same one, and the bottom one is which means child. So zaijian means goodbye. Qing means please. Let's decompose this qing. On left side of it we have this yan, which means radical for speaking or speech, and at the right side we have this qing, first tone, qing. You can notice this is third tone and this one is first tone, qing, which means natural color or young. This one can further be decomposed. At the top of it we have a character which don't have some specific meaning, while at the bottom one is yue, which means month or moon. So this qing is composed of this qing and this yan, going to give us please, qing zuo, please sit down. Dui bu qi, which means sorry, 对不起. On left side it is 对, which means correct or right. This one is pu, which means no, and this one is qi, which means to rise. Toi can further be divided. On the left side of it we have this yao, which means again, and this one is sun, which means inch or small. This one can be derived directly from basic strokes like these one, and let's break down this qi. On the left side of it, it is zo, which means walking, zo, walking or go on foot. On the right side of it, it is actually ji, which means self. So this zo can further be divided. At the top of it, we have this tu, which means soil or earth. So this is toi, pu, qi, toi pu qi, which means story. Me, guan, shi. Me guanxi, me guanxi, it doesn't matter. Me guanxi. On the left side of it, it is me, which means north, and this one is guan, guan, first tone, to close, and this one is shi, which means system or link. So it means no closer link. Doesn't matter. Me can further be decomposed. On the left side, it is radical for water, these three dots, while this one is actually shu, which is a name of old weapon, and this one can further be divided. It is ji, and this is yao. Guan can further be decomposed. At the top of it we have this pa, and at the bottom side it is tian, tian, which means day or sky. So guan is composed of this tian and this hak or pa. This shi is composed of this pe at the top of it, and the bottom side is actually mi, which means fine silk. This mi can further be decomposed so that the whole picture turns to simple characters. At the top of it we have this yao, which means small, and this is xiao, which means small. So silk is actually composed of very small but fine components. So this shi is composed of this mi at the bottom and this pe at the top of it. So me guan shi, it doesn't matter, me guan shi. She is am or yes or to be. At the top of it we have this r, which means day or sun, and at the bottom side we have this character which don't have specific meaning. Yao, 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 which means have, to have, yao. At the top of it, these are very simple strokes, and the bottom one is actually composed of this yue, which means month or moon. So this yao, which means to have, 我有一个朋友, I have one friend. So this yao means have. Kan, to see, kan, to see. At the top of it, it is sho, which means hand, and at the bottom side it is actually means mu, which is eye. So hand on the eyes is used actually for looking something which is at a distance. So kan means to see. Ting, to listen. At left side it is kao, which means mouth, and on right side it is actually jin, which means 500 grams. We have decomposed this kao many times. Let's decompose this one. Jin, at the top side we have this guan, and this one is actually xia. Now let's come to the exercise. Here we have this exercise, but before solving this exercise, please press the like button and subscribe my channel by clicking it over here. Please choose the correct answer and write your answer in comment box below. See you in next class.